Hi, Charlotte. I'm now going to talk about my personal, cultural, geography, and how it's related to economics, specifically the economics of my home country, Zimbabwe. So, it's not a secret that my country is in economic strife. I mean, it has been for quite a while now. Um, you can't talk about Zimbabwe without talking about inflation. I mean, you have to. The two sort of go together. People know Zimbabwe because of inflation, right? And these were really bad times for my country. I mean, uh, inflation literally wiped away people's savings. Pensions were made useless. Your paycheck became peanuts the minute you got it. Life was expensive to say the least, and it was, like I said, it was a really tough time. There was a huge black market for foreign currency. People were trying to convert their money into a useful currency so that it retains its value. And also, they wanted to convert it to foreign countries so that they could buy goods in other places where things were actually available. I mean, in Zimbabwe, our shops were practically empty. I mean, you'd have a can of beans here, 2 meters away, empty shelf space. Another can of beans. It was really bad. Oh well. I guess one of the main reasons why our economy went down the toilet. I mean, and I say this because we were once very prosperous economically, but I'd say our trade with the European Union and the United States and lots of other countries, well, they stopped trading with us because they didn't quite agree with our current leadership. And so that really affected our economy greatly. When trade went down, the gross domestic product went down, therefore our economy went down. Industries were shut down, dormant businesses were closed, people lost their jobs. It was a really horrible time. And the worst year was definitely 2008. I mean, it's interesting how globalization works because when the United States and the other Western countries were when the recession started in the United States, it spread through lots of other countries, through the West and even the East side to a certain extent, and definitely we even felt it in Zimbabwe. And like I feel like this is relevant to my cultural geography because I well, life wasn't normal to say the least for me. I mean, like, I enjoyed a certain standard of living all the years culminating up to 2008 where it was really horrible. And like for a Zimbabwean, me being Zimbabwean, I mean, by virtue of being Zimbabwean, I've seen a lot and I've seen how desperate people get and the like, and I really feel like 2008 was not normal at all. It was a really bad year for us. Um, like I said before, there were no goods, there was no food, fuel shortages, just everything was just the economy was just spiraling downwards. I remember even if you had the money, you could have your money to buy something, but you couldn't be able to buy anything because there was nothing to buy. It was that bad. And I remember my parents had to go to South Africa to buy groceries. We couldn't even we couldn't even get things like cheese and bread and milk in our own country. We had to go all the way to South Africa, and I mean, that's not ideal for anyone. Um, after 2008, well, 2008 our economy dollarized, and by dollarization I mean we started using the US dollar because our currency was now just like it was useless. I mean, there was no it didn't do it didn't do anything for us. There was no value in it anymore. So we dollarized, and I'd say ever since dollarization, the economy stabilized to a certain extent. I mean, not quite. I mean, at least now you could go into a shop and you can say, okay, I want bread, I want milk, and all that. But I feel like even though it dollarized, the industry didn't really pick up. It's still not normal. It's better, but it's definitely still not normal. Um, like I said, there are cash flow constraints. People still struggle to get money. I mean, it's still one of those, but I guess that's better. I mean, it's it's better than what we're used to. And also, um, recently, the European Union did lift its sanctions against Zimbabwe, so I think the Zimbabwean people are kind of things they kind of they now have, at least they have something to hope about, there's something to look forward to. I mean, whether or not it actually affects our situation, nobody knows, but at least it gives us a sense of hope that things hopefully will start going the way we would want them to go. And little by little, I think one day we'll make it. I just pray that things go well. This it's really affected. I really hope that things go well, because, like, obviously the economic well-being of Zimbabwe also, if it also affects my economic well-being, is because my parents are the ones who pay for my school fees and all that. So it's important to me that things go well there too. So yeah, that's my my economic geography. Thank you.